Okay, row 3, this is my favourite. It's magical. You're going to love it. So I've just turned the work, and again I'm going to start with 3 chain. That's always going to count as our first treble. This end part is always the same, always, regardless of what row you're doing. So we are going to do 3 treble, but we're missing the first treble and we're going into the second one. So 1, 2, and oh no, that's still 2. 1, 2, and 3. Right, now this is slightly different from what we've done before. So before we've been doing 2 chain. We're just going to do 1 chain now, and this next part is it's magnificent. We're going to slip stitch. Can you see we've made, over our last 2 rows, we made these 2 chain, let's call them bridges. We made these 2 chain bridges, didn't we, over the last 2 rows? We're going to pull them together now by working a slip stitch. So we're just going to put our hook right under the first bridge we made, so the bottom bridge if you want, and slip stitch, and you'll see what happens to that pattern as we go along. I'm not going to show you just yet because we need another one to get the full effect. So, but we've just pulled up those bridges. All right, so we'll do 1 chain coming out the other side, and I think we are now going straight into what we've done already, which is the 3 treble, 1 chain, 3 trebles. So you're familiar with this. This part is sort of the same all the way through. It's a really, really clever design. How on earth Sarah knew that the magic was going to happen with, I don't know. This is why I have the ultimate respect for these ladies and men that design these things, because, well, frankly, it's magic. So I've done a normal 3 treble, 1 chain, 3 treble in there. It's getting distorted because we've pulled down here, but don't worry, don't worry. It's exactly the same as you've worked before. 3 treble, 1 chain, 3 treble into that 1 chain space. We're going to just do 1 more chain, and we're going to go and work under those bridges again. Let's go and work and bring in a slip stitch, and 1 chain again to bring us out the other side of the slip stitch. Now I'm going to stop, and you're going to see what's happening here. You will see that our work is being pulled into that medallion shape. How clever is that? I absolutely love it. Mine's a little bit distorted because my tension, as I said to you, is a little bit too big, but I need it to be like this to show you. You can see it is starting to pull round. See how Sarah's tension is lovely and a little bit tighter than that. But you can see those medallion shapes starting to form. It is fantastic. Row 3 makes me very, very happy, people. Very, very happy. So let's just carry on. I'll do 1 more. So I've done the 1 chain coming out the other side of my slip stitch. I'm going to do that 3 treble, 1 chain, 3 treble thingy. You're going to be working this 11 times. I've said it 200 times by now, I should think, but you know, bear with. 3 treble, 1 chain, 3 treble. And then we'll just do 1 chain. I'll do 1 more of this magical thing and then we'll stop. Okay, 1 chain. And we'll slip stitch under those bridges. I know they're called chain 2, but I'm calling them bridges because I have to do everything very visually, else I don't know what I'm talking about. So slip stitch to pull up that lovely medallion shape, and 1 chain. Now I'm just going to go ahead and finish off my repeat. Right, I've finished the last repeat, so this will be number 11 for you. And I'm going to do 1 chain and my last slip stitch under those bridges. Ooh, sorry, just black out with my hand there. I'll do that again. Put my hook under the bridge, slip stitch, one chain, and then we just go straight back into our regular edging pattern, which is to miss the first 2 trebles and put 3 treble in our penultimate stitch. Remember, penultimate. 1, come on yarn, 2 and 3 and 1 treble in the last stitch. And that, my friends, is row 3. Let's have a look at that. Can you see that it's now starting to resemble the pattern? It's fabulous. Fabulous. Now, when we go through our pattern, we have got quite a few colour changes, and you will have a chart to tell you what colours you should be using for each repeat. But as we're on like the first part of the pattern, we're using the heather all the way through, except row 4 tells us to do a colour switch. So we're now coming up to row 4, and we'll talk about colour switching now.